Hello everyone, my name is Dilip. You are watching the Data Labs. In this video, we will learn about animated progressive doughnut chart in Excel. So let's move to Excel window and see how can we create this progressive doughnut chart in Excel. So here you can see that I have already created an animated progressive doughnut chart. It's a very beautiful chart, and you can see that it's a very it's representing the number sales performance number in the middle of the chart, and also uh, its doughnut chart is showing the filled dark green color, the performance, sales performance, and the deficit basically, which is not meeting the target. Like the 80% is sales percentage, then 20% is not meeting the target. It is faded color, basically the green faded color. uh, and this chart is animated chart. So whenever you enter some numbers over here, this particular the filled donut value like series will move gradually and filled up to whatever the number we will provide over here, right? The same, it will increase, the label will also increase gradually, and it will show the last number which has been entered in this particular cell. Okay, so this chart is also has some conditional formatting basically. So we have whenever the sales percentage will be greater than or equal to 80%, then the color of donut chart as well as the label will be green, right? And whenever the sales percentage is less than 80% and greater than equal to 70%, then the color of donut chart as well as the label will be amber color. And if the sales percentage is less than 70%, then the donut as well as the color of donut and label will be in red color. So this is all about the condition which has been applied to change the color over here on this particular chart. So check, let's enter some random number and to check whether how animation is working and how it's changing its color, right? So let me enter 69%. So as 69% is below 70%, then in this case our donut chart color will be red and the label color will be red. So let's enter 69 and press enter. Now you can see that its number is moving gradually, and as the still not meeting the target of like still in the range of red, that's why it's showing the red, right? So let's enter some number which is falling between the range of amber. So let me enter 78. Basically less than 80% and greater than equal to 70% will be amber. So as soon as you will enter the number falling between that range, right, and enter, then it will start this says this chart is gradually moving, right? And as it's still under the range of red, then it was showing red. Now it has become for amber, and like it has crossed the below minimum target, that is greater than equal to 70% for amber. Now it's showing the amber color. Okay, so let me put the number which is greater than equal to 80%, so that to show whether it's like how it's looking, basically whether it's showing in green or not. Like, so let me enter 96%. And now as so basically in starting it will show red, because it's under the criteria of red. Now as soon as it will cross the target of amber, then it will start showing the amber color, and as soon as it will cross the target of green, then it will start showing the green color. So this is all about the feature, because it's a progressive donut chart added with animation as well as the conditional formatting over here. So this is a very beautiful chart. You can utilize this chart in creating dashboard, and representing some number on your reports, right? So let's create this chart from scratch. To do this, just press Ctrl N to create a new worksheet, right? And press F12 to save this, and just give the name like animated progressive doughnut chart 2, right? So click on make this macro enabled workbook, right? Just click on save. And now change the name of this particular worksheet, so make it charts. So basically we are trying to replicate the same same numbers and same feature, like the name as well as the reference and the chart in this new worksheet. Basically that's why I am giving the name as charts. You can give any of the name, but as of now let's consider the same name and references which has been used in the previous chart, right? Okay, so now click go to view tab basically, and remove the grid lines, right? Untick the grid lines, and now you can see that grid lines has been removed. Okay, let's create this two basically two data point here. So base, okay, base and sales percentage. This is the actual data point for our progressive donut chart, right? So let's enter base 1 and uh, press Control D till 20. So we need to enter 20 times 1 in this particular range, right? And here just make it the center alignment basically. Go to home. Okay, give the color like any of the color which you want. So let me give this one, and apply the border. So okay, now just just enter sales percentage here, and again apply the border, right? And just increase the font size till 16. Okay, just increase the column size, fill the sales percentage with dark blue color, and font color as white, right? And just enter any of the number, like I am entering 90% over here. Make it center aligned and middle alignment, right? Now give the reference here. Okay, and enter a formula like 100% minus 100% minus this one. So as we are not utilizing this this number directly, we are referring this number here, and we will utilize this number. So 100% minus the actual sales performance, and that is the B2. Okay, just freeze it, remove these borders basically, DA. Okay, so now we have created our the basic data, the basic structure of data where we can create the donut basically, right? So let's select this chart data points. So let's select the data point, go to insert, and under chart groups click on the pie chart basically, and click on donut chart. Okay, so now we can see that a beautiful donut chart, the basic donut chart is available, and now we need to modify this chart and make it like this chart basically, right? So let's do this. Just click on the plus icon and remove the elements like chart titles as well as legend, right? And now just select this one, the inner donut basically. Just right click, format data series, and like change the donut hole size from 60% to 65%. Okay, now close this. Now select the inner donut chart, go to format, and change the color to choose any color which you want. So I am selecting this one, the blue color. Okay, so you can see that the blue color, this one, the outer donut chart, the blue color is performance data, basically sales percentage, and this one, the orange, is basically showing the deficit, which is 100% minus 90. So first of all, let's click on this one, right click on this, and change series chart type, right? And make the sales percentage as on secondary axis. Click on OK. Now you can see that this chart has been overlapped by, like, the base donut is in behind, and sales percentage as well as the deficit percentage are reflecting top of the base base donut, right, the series basically. So let's increase the plot area a little bit more, again the bottom size as well, right. Now just double click on this, the sales percentage, that is 90%, which is blue color. Go to format tab and shape fill and select no fill basically, right. Now double click on this, on the deficit part, which has not been achieved, like the 100% minus sales percentage. Go to again format tab, shape fill and select the white. Again shape fill, more fill color, and increase the transparency to 15%. So make it 15%. Okay, click on OK. So now you can see that the dark filled color is showing the sales percentage, and the faded color is showing the deficit basically, which is not meeting the target basically, right. So this is all about the creating the basic donut chart overlapping on like sales performance series on base series. Okay, so let's move to the previous chart here. Now we need to create the data labels, basically this one. So let's go to insert tab basically, and just click on text box and make it a center alignment, right. And click on the formula bar basically, enter equal to, and give the reference of this B2, because see, do not give the reference of this, because this is only for entering the sales performance by user, and we are utilizing you are referring this particular cell value to here, so that we can change the value with the help of Visual Basic Code, and gradually you move. So for this particular chart we are utilizing this value, not this value, right. So give the reference of this one. Okay, now just click enter and click on center and middle alignment. Okay, and change the font as Cambria and the font size as 32. So now you can see that it's started showing the label, basically sales percentage. Now again select the text box, change the name as label. Okay, now you can see that we have already changed the name, and because see, we will be utilizing this name in Visual Basic Code to change the color of this text box, like the text, which is 90% or whatever the number you will enter here, right. And let's remove the border. So let's click go to format and click on shape outline and no outline, right. Again click the chart and remove the border for chart as well. Click on border, shape outline and no outline. Now you can see that we remove the border for chart as well as the label. Now the pending part is this title, basically the chart title, which is sales percentage. So again go to insert tab, click on text box and just insert a text box here. Write sales percentage, and click on center alignment and middle alignment, and then change the font to copper plate Gothic, and the font size should be 20%. So just a minute, I think we have not selected, so let me select. Okay, so font name should be this one, copper plate Gothic, and font size should be 20%. Now you can see that we have successfully inserted a chart title over below this chart. Let's check whether this chart is working or not. Let's enter 40%. So now you can see that 40% part is showing dark blue color, and rest are with faded blue color, right. And again the label is getting changed basis whatever the data we have entered over here, right. So this is all about the basic donut chart, where progressive donut chart, where there is no animation as well as there is no conditional formatting. So if you want to add, you apply the animation on this particular chart as well as the formatting basis on the condition, then we need to apply some we need to write down some Visual Basic Code to do all those animation as well as changing the colors. We have already developed a macro code for this particular chart, the previous chart. We will be utilizing this the macro which is available in this chart for whatever like the newly created chart. So let's move to developer like Visual Basic window, and let it be okay. So now you can see that this is our the recent chart which we are working, like the Animated Progressive Doughnut Chart 2, but this doesn't have any Visual Basic Code. But if you go there, this is the first chart which we made, like we discussed. So this is the Visual Basic Code which has been used to animate the Doughnut chart as well as to provide the conditional formatting on the chart like Doughnut as well as the data labels. So let's copy this chart, copy this procedure entire. Okay, just copy it and go to sheet 1 in this chart which we are working, and paste it. Okay, so let's understand the basic algorithm of this Visual Basic Code, how it's working and how it's changing, how it's helping us in animating the donut and as well as changing the color of donut and labels. Okay, so we have applied the code on worksheet change event. It means whenever the any cell value will get changed, then this event will work. But as we do not bother about other cell value, whether cell value of any of the cell here will get changed or not, we are not bothering about that, and that's why we are restricting to row number 1 and column number 6. It means whatever the data, whatever the value will get changed for this specific cell, in only that case this code will work. Otherwise this code, this code will not work for other cell value. Okay, so we are restricting to a particular cell, that is F6 F1 basically, that is if target dot row is equal to 1 and target dot column is equal to 6, then this code will work. Otherwise this code will not work for other cells, right? We have declared a variable like dim I as double and j as double and current time. So basically we have declared I to assign to keep the value of whatever the value sales performance will be entered by user in range F1. Okay, so you can see that I have already initialized I with range F1 value. Okay, and j is equal to 0, so we are initializing j with 0 value, right? And now we are applying a do while loop here. So here we have given the condition if do while j is less than I, so this loop will work till j is less than less than I. As soon as j will become I, then this loop will stop working. Now we are initializing the j value because initially j is 0, so we are gradually increasing the value j value by 1%. So whatever the number will be provided over here in let me go there in cell F1, then initially j will initialize by 1%, again then it will become 2%, 3%, 4% with the help of do while loop, and it will increase the sales percentage by 1% every time, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, up to whatever the percentage has been entered here. Okay, so in that case we are increasing the value of j by 1%. So I have already provided the comment so that whenever you need to modify or modify the code, it will help you a lot, right? And again we are checking the condition whether the j has become greater than I or not. If sometime like if j has become the greater than, then j should be equal to I, right? it should not go beyond the value of I. It means if you have entered 100% here, then that should not be like 101%, right? So this is the reason we have applied the restriction, and it's we are stopping going beyond the number which has been entered by user. So next is do events. So we are here we are passing the control to operating system so that operating system can complete all the pending activities, applying the color and refresh the charts and other activity as well. Okay, now here we are we have declared a current time, so we are assigning the current time to this particular variable with the help of timer. Now we are basically we are holding this task, we are holding the macro for couple of for a fraction of seconds, so that the code should not update the value immediately, otherwise you will not be able to see the animation. And that's the reason we are updating we are increasing the value gradually here, and not immediately, right? So once because see, Visual Basic Code is very fast, you will never realize that okay, is there animation over there, and that's why we need to hold the code for fraction of second, so that value get increased one by one, and you will be able to see the progressive donut chart with animation, right? So it will gradually move rather than immediately. So this is all about that. Okay, and again so suppose like 1% has been increased, like initially j was 0, now increased with 1%, and we are holding for fraction of second, right? And then assigning the value to b2, basically this one. So in the beginning it will become 1%, again after a fraction of second 2%, after a fraction of second 3%, and same activities go till it reaches to 40% or whatever the number provided over here. So this value will increase gradually, and that will help and in meantime this dash progress this chart will get updated, right? So initially if will be 1%, then it will move to 1%, and then after fraction of second it will become 2%, then again it will get refreshed. In that case it will move so you will be able to see that it's like moving gradually. Okay, so this is helping, basically this is helping us in creating the animation impact on this chart, right? And now the last part of this code is changing the color of series. So here we are screen updating false, because we do not want to select do not want that user will say see that whether we are selecting the chart and then applying the color, basically. And that's why here we are activating the chart and selecting the series. So to hide this all these activities basically we have used application.screen updating false, and this is so in that case user will not be able to realize okay this chart is getting selected like this one. Okay, and now we are passing the condition over here. So if j value is the value available in b2 range, basically is greater than equal to 0.8, then we are changing the color of color as red, basically, and again the color of shape is red. Same goes for if the value of j is less than 80% and greater than equal to 70%, then the value of the series, basically the donut chart, the color of donut chart will be amber, and the color of text value in label will be amber as well. Same goes for if the value is like not falling between these two conditions, it means less than 70%, then the color of donut will be red, and the shape basically this will be the value of label should be also red. So first condition is for green, second for amber, and third condition is for red. Okay, and now we are enabling the application.screen updating true. So now user will be able to see what is happening over here, going over here. So this is all about the Visual Basic Code, where we have where we are using this code to animate the chart as well as changing the color of a particular category in this particular chart, right? So let's move to Excel window and see whether this new code is working for our chart, or we need to do some modification in this chart. So let's go to Excel, jump to Excel window, and now just click on the F1, press 80%, like enter 80%. Now you can see that it's successfully started working, and it's showing the color and beautifully moving the donuts by 1%. And as 80% is meeting the target of green, that's why it's showing on the 80%. And now label is also showing the 80%. Let's click over there, enter 67 basically, which is the red. So now it's red, showing gradually moving, and again the labels. Let's check for amber as well. So I'll let enter 78%. So you can see that this tool say this this chart is changing the color itself with whatever the condition which we have applied, and it has also animation feature. So it's moving gradually, rather than it's not moving immediately, but it's moving gradually by 1%, and which is giving the impact of animation. So this is very beautiful chart, and you can use this in your dashboard and the report which you are preparing for. If you want to replicate the same chart for 2 or 3 times to show some like on different categories, then you can do that, and you can utilize the Visual Basic Code for all the charts, right? And if you if I will provide the link of this particular Excel file in your description box, so that you can download it and do the practice, as well as if you don't have time, then you can directly utilize this chart in your dashboard. And if you want to do modification in this chart, and if you are facing any issue, just do let us know. We will definitely provide the support on this particular chart, or any Excel. Basically, if you are working on some Excel project, or Visual Basic project or Power BI project, just send a mail to us on TheDataLabs@gmail.com, and we will get back to you, and we will provide the required support to you, right? So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Have a good day. Bye bye.